Hey there folks, Greg Shepard here, S&A Financial Services. In today's video, we're going to discuss a service afforded to you all, most of you all would imagine, through TIAA's platform, your retirement plan, called TIAA Retire Plus Select and TIAA Retire Plus Pro. What are they? Okay, are they good for you? We'll dive into that. Some of you have brought it to my attention during Zoom calls that you have this, asking me what in the heck it is. Others I have brought to your attention because we see little fees in some of your accounts that have one of these services. You had no idea you had it. Okay, so some of you will fall maybe in these categories. So the more information you know, the more information you have, the better informed decisions you can make, right? So let's get started here. Real quick, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Greg Shepard again. Specialize in helping folks all over the country just simplify those oftentimes confusing TIA accounts. Okay. I got my cheat sheet here. I've got notes here. I just didn't want to forget anything, as I tend to do. I can't remember everything, folks. I know it's hard to believe. So we're going to start off with Retire Plus Select. Okay, verbatim from TIA specifically. What it is: a predefined age-based glide path asset allocation program using models created by Mesirow, MESIROW, with periodic rebalancing and no added cost to plan sponsors. Let's pause there. So this is Retire Plus Select. This is no additional cost to you or your institution. Now, what I just defined sounds oddly similar to their life cycle funds that TIA has. Why TIA went out and paid this third-party company to design professional portfolios for you to access when you have access to life cycle funds is beyond me. There's something going on that I don't know about, I'm sure, which happens in various aspects of life. But nonetheless, this is a service afforded to you with designed professional portfolios by this third-party company. TIA is paying them. Okay, you are not paying Mesirow. Your institution is not paying Mesirow, is that, if that's how you pronounce it, but TIA is paying them. And again, I don't know why. Okay, when you have access to very similar type portfolios. Okay, let's move on, please. Pros. Okay, there's pros and cons here. Pros: no, as I alluded to, no extra plan fees. There is no cost for you to enter the Retire Plus Select program. Fully administered by TIA at no additional cost. Automated and simple. Age risk-based models selected by plan participant, rebalanced quarterly. Now, what does that sound like? Oddly familiar. It sounds like those life cycle funds, okay? Which is not what we're talking about here. This is something totally different. Built-in guarantees. Can include TIA traditional annuity for downside protection and lifetime income. Okay, so some of these models will have TIA traditional embedded in them, and you can't exit out of that sliver of the model portfolio, okay? Professional design. Asset ratios and glide paths built by third-party Mesirow, which literally, folks, it may take them 30 seconds to do this, each portfolio, okay? I do this for a living. I've been doing it for 25 years. Hey, I'll take over Mesirow and I'll do it for a tenth of a cost. How about that? Tongue in cheek, right? Okay, so cons. Limited customization. Participants are restricted to predefined portfolios and must unsubscribe to go off plan. This is where folks get a little tripped up. So if you are enrolled in this and you go in to do your own thing, right, you have to unenroll from Retire Plus Select to do your own thing. A little bit of a headache, but nonetheless, you can do it with a few clicks of the button of the mouse. Fixed investment menu. Uses only sponsor selected core options. Underlying investments may change and include TIA affiliated funds with fees. Okay, not bad, not good, just the way it is. All right. Okay, so another con: no advisor oversight. Might be a good thing. TIA isn't providing fiduciary advice. Plan fiduciaries maintain full responsibility. I'm not sure. I got to think about that one, because the Retire Plus Select, it's my understanding that there is no fiduciary involvement by Mesirow. Let me read that again. TIAA isn't providing fiduciary advice. Plan fiduciaries maintain full responsibility. Okay, that makes some sense. You can even disregard that. I don't know if that's a con or not. Nonetheless, again, pre-designed portfolio that you would enter into in conjunction with Messero. No additional cost to you. Very simplified, very elementary design portfolios. Let's be honest, okay? Very simple. Okay, so let's move on. You can tell how I feel about that one. Retire Plus Pro. This ought to be good, right? As the name implies, it's Pro. Okay, what is it? A fully customizable model-based portfolio solution managed by plan sponsors, advisors, or consultants, often under a fiduciary model. Includes optional annuity components. Okay, so let's get into this one. We got the pros and cons, right? High flexibility. Let's see what that says. Custom glide paths tailored to plan demographics and full control over investment selection, including annuities and mutual funds beyond the core menu. I like that. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're having someone help you out. All right, let's keep going here. So I do like the flexibility, the advanced options afforded to you, hopefully, through this service. Next pro, risk personalization. Allocations adjust based on personal financial objectives and blah, 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 blah. Risk questionnaires and all that fun stuff that you all have filled out ad nauseum. So they tailor it to your risk profile. It's very common, right? Again, this is done by a person that's helping you out. All right. Custom rebalancing. Chosen schedule. So you can do it quarterly, semi-annually, or annual based on your date of birth or drift threshold. So what that means is, I don't know, 23 and 24 was a couple good years for growth investment. So maybe growth got a little out of whack, and maybe it reallocates, knocks growth down in this scenario by 3% because growth did so well, you find yourself over allocated in growth. So custom rebalancing, good, bad, indifferent, no opinion on that. Lifetime income options includes TIAA traditional for guaranteed returns and annuitized retirement income. So TIAA traditional will be a part of this. Even, I would imagine, fact check me on this, even if you choose to be super aggressive, I'm going to imagine there's going to be a little bit of traditional in that portfolio. Okay, start putting two and two together here. Okay, the cons. Additional fees. Here we go. Typically involves charges for advisor services plus standard fund fees. The standard fund fees are, you can't avoid that, okay? So typically involves charges for advisor services. The fees are very small. I've seen it in your all's accounts. Very, very small. Almost to the point, not almost, to the point where some of you don't even see them, okay? But they do show up in your transaction, so they are there, very small, okay? Sometimes you get what you pay for. Okay. Disregard that comment. All right, moving on. Fiduciary requirement. Okay, needs a qualified fiduciary. Increasing complexity and oversight. I guess that's a sentence. Okay. There's a fiduciary requirement involved here, so they're supposed to be doing what's in the best interest of you, the participant. Okay, let's move on. Stricter rules. If a participant unsubscribes, they may be restricted from individually investing in certain annuities or funds deemed inappropriate outside the pro model. I have no idea what those words mean. I have unsubscribed folks, and we've been fine, successful, if you word it that way, in investing other things other than what was in that model. So these are, again, services afforded to some of you out there. The Select and the Pro. Pro is going to cost a little bit, just a little bit. Are they good? Blah, 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 blah. They can be, I suppose. I'm not a huge fan of either one. The first one, of course, is free. The second one, a little bit of cost. So if you can get a lot of bang for your buck, then of course I like it. Okay, I'm not sure I like the how do I say this? The red tape, the nuanced logistics around it. I'm trying to word this politely, but nonetheless, that's the way it is. So a lot of words there thrown out at you. That is Retire Plus Select and Retire Plus Pro. If you have questions over that, or any other things dealing with TIAA, by all means, information should be below. All right, folks, go and have a good one. You all take care. Bye-bye.